Hello, welcome to our webinar focused on Carleton University. My name is Andy Rayburn, and I'm an International Admissions and Recruitment Officer for Carleton. If I happen to look familiar to you, it may be because I've visited your school. I've been visiting Southeast and East Asia for many years. I'm usually spending at least 1 month in the region each year for the past 10 years. So if I look familiar, that may be why. As you may know, Carleton University is located in Ottawa, which is the capital city of Canada. Usually when I'm visiting schools, I'll ask students what comes to mind when they think of Canada. Once they mention Drake or Justin Bieber or Shawn Mendes and they get that out of their system, they'll often talk about how Canada is a very friendly place and very beautiful place, and of course a very big place. It's true, Canada is the second largest country in the world. And because of the size of Canada, it wouldn't be easy for a student to travel from one side of the country to the other just to go to the good university. And that is why the Canadian government and our provincial governments ensure that students have access to a world-class education no matter where they live in Canada. There are over 100 publicly funded institutions in Canada, each offering a fantastic world-class degree that is much more affordable than you'll find in, say, other countries like the US or the UK, for example. Not only that, the education system in Canada is very interactive and participatory. Students are encouraged to work alongside their professors on research projects that may be paid. You also may have the opportunity to work in your field of study alongside professionals in the industry, which is another great way of financing your education. I'll get into these internships and paid work opportunities called co-op in a little bit, but I also want you to remember that in Canada, you're getting an extraordinary value for your dollar. Our government holds us to a very high standard of excellence in education that is open to students from all over the world. Now, in Canada, this is a very iconic image. Our Parliament buildings. These buildings, this is Centre Block in Ottawa, a very famous image of Canada. And you'll find this just a short 20-minute bicycle ride from our campus. It's a very beautiful place, and there's lots of great things about studying in Ottawa. So not only do you get to see this beautiful architecture, but you also get to have access to some of the research facilities here in Ottawa. You have access to the National Archives, to the National Library. You have access to museums and art galleries. Ottawa is the capital city, and it is a major city in the world. It has approximately a population of 1 million people, a little bit more than that now. And that makes it not too big, but also just the right size, because you'll find that you have everything that you'd find in any larger city here in Ottawa. If you happen to be a fan of a particular band or a musical artist, the odds are high that they'll tour through Ottawa when they do their world tours. Ottawa is also the home of the largest music festival in Canada, and one of the largest in all of North America, called Blues Fest. Shawn Mendes just performed last year, and Drake performed the year before that, and you'll see lots of major artists here in Ottawa. But Ottawa is not just a government hub of Canada, which it is, it's also the Silicon Valley of Canada. So that means there's over 1,000 different high-tech companies and engineering firms based here in Ottawa. Furthermore, Ottawa is also the heart of health science research in Canada. So if you're wanting to study in a program related to the health sciences, Ottawa is the place to do that. And of course, being the capital city of Canada, it makes sense that if you're wanting to pursue a program related to government or non-government organizations, Ottawa would be the place to do that as well. So there are many reasons to study in Ottawa, and at Carleton in particular. If you look at this image here, you'll see a map of our aerial shot of our campus. It's a very large campus, as you can see, that triangular piece of land. It feels like it's its own island within the city. It isn't actually an island, but it really gives you the sense of it being its own island within the city, a tight-knit community of approximately 31,000 students studying with us, and those students are studying in a wide variety of areas. That iconic image I mentioned earlier, the Parliament buildings, you can actually see that in this picture if you look closely. If you look at the top of this image, that body of water there, in the top of the picture, you'll see a little pointy building by a bridge, and that is our Parliament buildings. It may look in this image as if downtown is very far away. That's actually not the case. You can reach downtown very quickly on a bicycle in probably 15 to 20 minutes from the campus. Not only that, Ottawa is a city full of green spaces and waterways. You'll see that our campus is surrounded by water, which really creates a close-knit community at Carleton. And of the 31 to 32,000 students that are studying with us, approximately 5,000 students are international students, and they're studying in a wide variety of fields. Carleton offers 22 different undergraduate degree programs, covering a wide variety of areas. In fact, Carleton is considered to be a comprehensive university. So that means there's a lot of different programs to choose from. You could study architecture, you could study engineering, or if you're more inclined towards business, we have two distinct business programs. We have the oldest school of journalism in all of Canada, and we have some unique programs that are geared specifically for the world of international affairs and politics and things like that. So no matter what you want to study, the odds are quite good that you'll be able to find a good match for you at Carleton University. I'll go into a little bit more detail about the options within these degree programs in just a little bit. Now, earlier I mentioned that in Ottawa and in Canada in general, there's a lot of opportunities for combining your classroom work with work in the real world. This is called co-op, which is the short way of saying cooperative education. If this sounds familiar, you've probably interacted with Canadian university representatives before. It's a great opportunity for you in Canada and at Carleton and in Ottawa, especially if you are wanting to go into fields like computer science or engineering or business. You can do the co-op program in all of these areas. Most of the degree programs that we offer at Carleton have the co-op opportunity, allowing you to get full-time paid work experience directly related to what you're studying. How this works is after you finish the second year of university, you'll go off to work for 4 months or 8 months or even up to a year working alongside professionals in the industry. You're able to get paid at a wage or salary that is competitive in that industry. Wages may range from $14 an hour, which is the bare minimum for any job in Ontario, all the way up to $30 an hour or more. In fact, some of our engineering students are sometimes earning 4,000 or 5,000 Canadian dollars per month, which can really help with the finances. But not only that, you're able to take the knowledge from the classroom and apply it to the real world, which gives you a huge advantage when you're seeking to apply to jobs after you graduate. You have that work experience that employers are looking for. Furthermore, some of the employers in Ottawa will actually want to hire you once you graduate because they've already trained you, and so they know your work and your work ethic. And so it's a great opportunity for you to make contacts, network in your field of study to really help with your future career. Now, of the different degree programs that we offer, I mentioned engineering has co-op opportunities in all 13 of our majors. Within engineering, you'll find that common programs such as mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, and civil engineering, but you'll also find some unique programs that are quite relevant in today's world. For example, environmental engineering is a very popular program at Carleton. Aerospace engineering also is not a major that you find at most Canadian universities, and so it is very, very popular and very prestigious at Carleton University. There's also sustainable and renewable energy engineering, which is a field of a lot of job and career opportunities after you graduate. Most of our engineering majors are also offered at the master's and PhD level. Although you may not be thinking of doing your master's or PhD right now, what that means for you is that the professors that are teaching you, they're also teaching PhD students, so they are truly the experts in their field. Not only that, we have the health sciences. The Bachelor of Health Science is a human health focused program that looks at human health in relation to disease and the social outcomes of that. So this is particularly relevant in today's world for obvious reasons. At Carleton, we have the only immunology lab in all of Canada, which makes Carleton a standout institution for the field of health sciences. We also have the Bachelor of Commerce as well as the Bachelor of International Business program. Both of these programs are fully accredited, and they meet the highest accreditation standards of business schools throughout the world. The AACSB is an accreditation body that meets the highest possible standards of accreditation in the world, and only 5% of business schools globally have met the standards of this particular accreditation. And of course, therefore, our programs are completely recognized around the world. Also at Carleton, we have the oldest school of journalism in all of Canada. It's a very, very prestigious program. And we also have the Bachelor of Communication and Media Studies, which is looking at the combination of journalism and social media, as well as public relations and things like that. So it's kind of like a bridging program. It would be a hybrid program responding to the changing field of journalism nowadays. And of course, I mentioned the international affairs and political science and public affairs and policy management. These are programs that are unique at Carleton University, and they are focused on the world of international affairs and international relations. Being located in the capital city of Canada, it makes sense to study the programs related to government in the capital city. So that's certainly one of the standout programs at Carleton University as well. When it comes to admissions, as an admissions officer, I can tell you very clearly that the application and admission process at Carleton is very, very straightforward and pragmatic. We focus on your academics. If you have a lot of extracurricular activities, that's wonderful. It may allow you to pursue some specialized scholarships, but we're going to be focusing primarily and predominantly on your studies at the highest level you have achieved. So if any of you are actually in high school, or if you recently graduated from high school but have not yet pursued any university or college study, then we'll be looking at your grade 12 grades. If you're in an IB program, or if you're in the British curriculum of A-levels, then we'll be looking at that particular curriculum as well, and again, focusing on your grades. It may even be possible to receive credit automatically towards your degree program if you are coming from an IB or an A-level background. We don't need any SATs, which may give you some comfort. We don't need any ACT tests either, nor do we require any personal statements for the most part. If you're applying to a program such as architecture or industrial design, for example, there may be a portfolio requirement. However, for the most part, we're focusing on your academic performance, and in particular, the prerequisites, the required courses of the program that you wish to enter. Not only that, when we are considering you for admission, we'll also automatically consider you for a guaranteed place to live in residence, which really takes a lot of the stress off of applying to universities, to know that you'll have a guaranteed place to live on campus. We do this right up until the middle of May. Once mid-May has passed, we have so many offers of admission out there in the world that we must honor. We may not be able to offer you residence if you're applying too late. So this is another good reason to apply for admission quite early. We will also automatically consider you for entrance scholarships. These entrance scholarships can range in value from $4,000 to $16,000. Now remember, you are automatically considered for these entrance awards based upon your academic performance in your senior year of high school, or in the IB diploma program, or in the A-levels. So our scholarships, our entrance scholarships, are offered to students coming directly from high school with no previous post-secondary study, and you'll be automatically considered for these awards. You do not need to apply separately for them. There are other scholarships that you can apply for, and these are called prestige scholarships. And these scholarships range in value from $10,000 all the way up to $40,000. So that would actually reduce your tuition considerably. And if you factor in, of course, the co-op program that I talked about earlier, these are great ways to finance your studies in Canada. Okay. I hope you'll stay in touch. These are some great ways to keep in touch with us. If you'd like to email us, you're always welcome to contact us at international@carleton.ca. We also regularly have live chats that are offered through our website. And of course, you can always reach out to us at Facebook or through Twitter or other means as well. Thank you so much for your patience today and listening to my little talk. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Thank you. Bye-bye.